Welcome back to the channel. It feels amazing to be back in the studio, and I've got a really big update for you. Now, unlike most YouTubers, I am not trying to hide anything from you guys. If I tell you that something is working and then in the future it doesn't work, you'll see me here telling you exactly that. Now, that's what I've got for you today. Unfortunately for me, Find a Business UK, which I thought was going to be at 100,000 impressions, 200,000 impressions, 1,000 clicks a day. I had all these crazy ideas in my head, but actually what's happened is it's fallen off a cliff. Now, I am not trying to hide anything from you guys, okay? So I'm going to talk about why I think this happened, and I'm going to try and explain how I would do things a little bit differently. Harbor is currently the only AI tool on the market that is context-aware, creates infographics, reads your entire website, includes your images and not just crap AI images. It has a keyword tool and a backlink tool. Try it out today, harborseo.ai with the code HALFPRICE. So we went from 12,000 impressions on the third day of the, or the fourth day of this website being opened, to a slight drop, and as soon as I saw this drop, I thought, oh shit, this is going to happen. I was not expecting it to then drop to 431 impressions, and then yesterday, 362 impressions, okay? So most people now would say to you, or first of all, they'll try and hide it, or second of all, they would say to you, oh, this idea is dead, don't do this, etc., etc. But I actually think this can still work. This directory style system can work, but it requires a little bit of refinement. Now, I've dug deep into this, and if you actually go on settings here and click on crawl stats and open report, I found something here where it says problems last week and host status, which says host status summarizes your general availability in the last 90 days. If any availability issues affected your site in the last 90 days or last week, you will see a warning. What does that actually mean? It means that the server was unable to connect, and it looks like it's actually, the problem is actually getting worse. So what does that mean? Google tries to connect to your server and the server connection fails, okay? So I personally believe this is what happened. So let's just go to another website that's very comparable. Find a tradespersonisland.com, and you can actually see that the host status here is completely fine and that there's an acceptable fail rate, okay? So what does this actually mean? Why am I showing you guys this? I'm showing you this because I believe what happened was Find a Business UK was not set up properly, and it had server issues because of the connection between data for SEO and the Google crawlers, okay? So I believe this is what has hit this website so hard. Now, we actually have 12,000 indexed pages, but Google is not going to index a website that doesn't connect properly. So what's been happening is basically Vercel, which is where this website is hosted, has not been connecting properly to data for SEO. Now, the difference here is that Find a Tradesperson, I believe, I'm just going to double check this, is on Netlify, whereas Find a Business UK is on Vercel. So let's just double check that. Yeah, you can see it here, look. There might be a difference between these two things. Again, I'm just spitballing here, okay? It could be too much content. It could be that the content is spammy, but why would one website work? So Find a Tradesperson Island, you can see, is completely fine. Like, it's getting 14 clicks, 1,300 impressions. It's up and down, obviously, but it looks to be a success. But another business, which is very comparable, Find a Business UK, has just been completely decimated. And the only difference that I can find is in the server. So it looks like Netlify is actually better than Vercel to host a project like this. Yeah, that's not billion, guys, just so you know. This is total download size bytes. So it's 67 bytes, which is like 0.6% of a megabyte, I think. That's how it works. Average response time is almost a second, which is far too long. And it looks like it's been getting worse and worse and worse. And it looks like the fail rates are getting worse and worse and worse. So what's actually happened is Google has decided that this website, by the way, guys, I'm probably going to make this website again, put it on Netlify, make it a little bit smaller, make it a bit more manageable. Because, for example, if I go on categories here, this is actually kind of spammy because not all of these are actually relevant to the UK. Like there will be things on here that don't exist in the UK. Like I can't think of an example here. Yeah, I got a little bit carried away with this idea, and a lot of people said this is too big, it's too many pages, etc., etc. And there weren't actually 17 billion pages. All totally legitimate criticisms. What I will do is I will whittle this down to the top 500 categories. I will make this website again, and I'll put it on Netlify, and I'll show you guys that you can make a success of this, okay? Now, just before we go, I do want to mention one more website, which is mydogBreedHelper.com, which a lot of you might remember. This website is doing things. You can tell it's just going up and up and up and up. And we actually have 2,000 index pages here as well. If I go on most recent date, you'll see only 57 impressions, but it has just updated 2 hours ago. And you can see there are some really interesting keywords here, right? These are real keywords. So if I put this on sort by impressions, we have small dog breeds, golden retriever versus Labrador, compare dog breeds, small dog breeds, Italian Greyhound personality, all of this really, really interesting stuff that I know for a fact that this website is going to be a success. I can just tell from the way that Google has accepted it. So I'm not saying that this method's dead. I still think that you can make amazing websites that Google will love using Bolt or Cursor, but I just want to be fully transparent and show you guys when something works and when something doesn't work. The problem with findabusinessuk.com is that to power this website with data for SEO is too expensive. Okay, so one call to data for SEO is 0.002 cents, okay? And then times 176 million, I mean, you're talking, 1, 2, 3, I'm an idiot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would have cost $350,000 to generate this entire website. So I'm an idiot, I got a little bit too excited, I went a little bit too far with this. I think 500 categories with every town in the UK is probably going to be much more sustainable. So that would be 43,000 times 500 is still 21 million, still ridiculous. I need to find a balance here, guys, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this one hasn't worked. So if you're copying me exactly, just be extremely careful with this method. Now, one more thing that I did do that I will mention is I tried to add a Zoic to this, and it added this right here. And I have a feeling that this also affected Google, but I have no proof of that. That's just how I think things happened. So if I just go, yeah, so this probably stopped Google crawling properly as well. So just be very, very careful with Azoic, guys, as well. I just thought I'd mention that at the end. Azoic is an ads platform. I was trying to monetize the website. I did it on Friday, so not saying it's necessarily connected. I'm not calling out Azoic. I just wanted to let you guys know that as well. I did try and sign up to Azoic. They did put this cookie thing on the website that might have affected crawling as well. I don't know. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know how this is going, give you a quick update. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're watching all the way to the end, you're an absolute legend, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out. Watch this video if you're curious how you can replace an SEO agency with AI.